One of the things you mentioned here early in the book, you've got a chapter on the general principles of human action and then the laws of human action. And economics, in many ways, is really a study of rational actors, humans acting and behaving within the world. But how can we speak about laws of human action? Because sometimes it seems like people are crazy and irrational. So help us out here and introduce to us some of these laws and what does that mean and how is it useful for us?
Yeah, when I think the best way to understand it is to think of human action. When we talk about action being rational, what we mean is that just simply that people apply their reason, that they apply reason to engage in their purposeful behavior. In other words, our action is indeed applying means to achieve ends through some type of cognitive activity, some type of ideas that's linking the means and the end. So if I want to achieve whiter teeth and fresh breath, I can apply toothbrush and a toothpaste and water and my own effort to brush my teeth. Why? Because I think that if I brush my teeth, I will achieve whiter teeth and fresh breath. So that there's the means, which is the things we use, the toothbrush and toothpaste, and the end, the whiter teeth and fresh breath. And then the idea is the linking the two, that if I use these means, I will achieve those ends. And that's really all we mean when we say rational action. It doesn't mean that we presume that people are choosing ends that actually are achievable.
Right.
It's just that the people acting need to think that their ends are achievable. And it doesn't mean that we presume that if someone acts rationally, that people always choose the best means
Right.
to actually indeed achieve their ends, right? People engage in, they make mistakes all the time, right? There's human error. And of course, the sin also affects the ends that we have. It affects the means we think are suitable to our ends. And it can actually even, it can delude us into thinking that, these ends will achieve these ends, or these means will achieve an end that doesn't actually achieve. So I think it was unfortunate as we went through the 20th century that the term rational choice got applied to a particularly narrow model that sort of assumes people acting with perfect information and assumes that people don't make any errors. I think a better approach, what I would say a sort of a realistic understanding of economics, would be that people do use their reason to act, but that does not preclude error. It doesn't mean that they're not affected by the thoughts of other people. A lot of people can be swayed by the opinions of others into doing things that in retrospect they look back and say, "I wish I wouldn't have done that," but at the time it was reasonable and rational. So all we mean is that people are actually pursuing ends with a purpose.